The need for literacy services, particularly for adults, is still not visible to most people. We must, as a society, support literacy development and access to literacy services and what it takes to make society function.
Any resources that we can bring for them to enrich themselves and their families is like changing from night to day.
When I start English class, I don't understand nothing in English. And when I translate the Spanish to English, I say, wow, I speak in English.
With adult literacy, we want to focus on what the needs are for all the adult learners. It just makes sense if we want to make the whole state of Illinois very successful that scaleLIT is there to scale up. We have grown our membership base exponentially, probably 3 times more than in the past year. Not just adult literacy members, but we've also had a lot of workforce development members that are coming through. We meet them where they're at, making sure that we are training their workforce development professionals, communicating different resources that need to be shared out, and connecting them with the proper tools that they need.
The target for We Rise Together was communities that were hardest hit by the COVID pandemic, both the health impacts of the pandemic, but then also the economic impacts. The grant to scaleLIT allows for what is often not happening in our systems, which is the coming together of providers of literacy, of the one-stop operator, and the federal resources that are coming to the city in response to the COVID pandemic. So what we hope to see from this investment from We Rise Together is the ability of the members to take advantage of those federal resources that are coming in, for them to be fully leveraged in order to serve the communities in the city that really need this support.
We at scaleLIT know that our demographics in the city are changing, the economy is changing, so we want to make sure that the adult learners are served in the best way possible. We Rise Together will support us and help scaleLIT feed this need.
I have 4 children and my husband, and I need to speak in English. I start to take an English class in 2014. I'm very proud, and I say thank you too.
It's a lot of joy when I see participants' transformation. I really feel privileged that sometimes I feel just like a facilitator because they do all the work. When they come here, they not only learn to speak English, right? But also get connections. Some of them are engineers, some of them are doctors, some of them have different occupations. They share their skills. So it's joyful just to be among them.
I often talk with young people about their career ambitions, goals, and what I'll share is that mine was totally unplanned. I have been, since a very young age, very involved in community efforts. I've constantly sought out opportunities to do more and have impact in different ways with communities that are often neglected and left behind. And so that's been a motivation for me. I am an immigrant. I grew up in a household that felt very disconnected from what was going on in the mainstream in the US, and I've always taken that as a responsibility to continue to move forward in work that supports communities that, I can relate to in many ways.
In 2024 and beyond, I know that scaleLIT will be continuing to grow our membership base and support advocacy, digital literacy, and workforce.